How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. This is DTM Design. We're here with another build video. So today we're going to be putting together, as you can tell by the thumbnail, a Halloween decoration, creepy little monster thing. I'll get to more detail into that in a second. Keeping with the theme though for Halloween. Now I know the background here is a lot different than my previous videos, so if you don't know why that is, go check out my last video of the studio tour and you'll get all the details on that. Without further ado, let's get right into this build video. All right, everybody, so I want to do a little breakdown of the materials that we're going to be using today for this creature. So maybe you can go ahead and make it yourself as well. It's a pretty easy build, I would say. So first we have some armature wire. This is wire that can be bent a bunch of times without snapping. This will make it so this will be the structure of our figure that we make, and we'll be able to pose him however we'd like, as many times as we want. Bend his legs 1,000 times, it's not going to snap. Then we have these boxes of wool. They're in various colors because I'm going to do two different ones in two different colors, and I might use one of these wools as just like a base to start off so I can use less of the colored stuff on the main thing, if that makes sense. I have these 3D printed mouse, which are the monsters. Now, the monster is called Huggy Wuggy. He's from a video game. I've never played it, but I have some more details on that later. And a guy, I will link him right now, a guy created these, and he also created this figure, I guess. They're not like the monster, but like the thing that we're doing today, I watched him do it on TikTok, so he has all the credit for this. It's called needle felting, and you use these little needles right here. You wrap the felt, or the wool, I guess, around the figure or the wire or the frame that we're gonna make, and then you stab it with this needle a bunch of times, and it kind of densifies and puts all this wool together. Yeah, so this is the first time I'll ever be doing this. I bought these needles. They're about $2, $3, so really inexpensive to get into. This stuff was about, I don't know, like 10 bucks a roll or something like that. And these are like $4 or $5. So nothing too bad, nothing too expensive here. But let's get into this build. All right, everybody, so here's a closer look at some of the materials so you can see the brand names and stuff if you'd like to follow along and try to build one on your own. So not a lot of stuff to get. So first off, we got to kind of figure out the body size, the arm length, leg length, all that stuff. I cut myself a piece of wire, figure out the length I want, and then start kind of like wrapping it on the loop that comes with 3D print. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and use some hot glue to hot glue that down and make it a little more secure. But let me tell you a little bit more of why I chose to build this monster. All right, everybody, so I just want to sit down and talk to you a few minutes about Squarespace. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to give you a little more explanation of why I chose to do this build and like where it all came from, because I know the hype of like who this character is probably gone by now. Just how the internet works, everything goes super fast, and I definitely came across it later than anyone because I don't play video games that much. But I went to Amsterdam this summer, and on my connecting flight, I saw this girl carrying this creepy stuffed animal monster, and then I saw another kid carrying the same thing. Get there, and I did see more people there. I saw them for sale, and then without really knowing it, I came across a video called a Tozy, this YouTuber. He had a video on this creepy monster. Pretty much through that, I don't know, I just got interested in this character, and I thought it was really creepy. And so another reason I'm making it is I thought it'd be really funny for my friend who lives in LA, who's a ceramic artist, to send him one of these in a really creepy box, just to freak him out, because I'm not going to say who it's from. I don't have a fake address on it. So yeah, I think it'll just be funny to send him this creepy monster without any context and really weather up the box that I send it to him in, and maybe even like put like Chinese newspaper or something in there that just makes it look foreign, and just want to freak him out a little bit. So I thought it'd be fun, and I just want another creepy thing to be hanging out on my shelf back there. So. Alright guys, so back to the process here, using the hot glue gun to secure the metal wire on the loop a little more to the mouth. I did go a little overboard here, and I did touch the resin with the tip of the hot glue gun, so it made the loop pop off. I had to re-glue it. Anyways, I know the shot is terrible here, but I kind of just overlapped and twisted the wire together. Jump way ahead here. I did go through the arms, legs, and bodies. I'm sorry I didn't film that. It was just in the mode of building. Now all the ones I've seen online, they didn't have little articulating hands and feet, so I figured I'd give them fingers and toes that could move around to make them a little different than some of the other ones I've seen online. Just using my pliers to twist and wrap that. You kind of got to play with this and figure out how you want to attach things. It's kind of a pain, and you can kind of snip and cut yourself on armature wire. Did it a few times. I didn't use as much wire as I thought I would for these two guys, so you definitely could probably get away with just buying one pack unless you're trying to build a bunch. But here we go, we have our first armature figure. He's got his little 3 toes, his 4 fingers,
and he's ready to go for some wrapping and painting, but we still got to make the other one. Now starting on the other one, I kind of went through the same process. You get a little better shot even though it's a time lapse of like kind of what I did. But yeah, so just went through doing everything I did on the last one, maybe improving it a little bit here and there, slightly different techniques that I learned doing the other one, but where there was one, there is now two, and we are ready to go ahead and start painting these guys and putting the fur on. Alright guys, so I primed the faces and then I started going ahead and painting the teeth. Kind of jumped the gun a little bit. I should have definitely have done what I did right here. I had to paint the inside, so I eventually, since it was hard to go around the teeth neatly and paint the inside black, I just painted over them and then redid them, and then went through and painted the lips of the mouth to finish off the paint job. Pretty simple paint job. Here you go. Using a few different colors on the teeth to make them look kind of rotted and gross. Just give a little more detail to it. Why not? More creepiness. It's Halloween. And there's a little shot of the needles, and here is the wool that we'll be using to wrap it. Now I started off with the blue wool here just to kind of learn the process, and you kind of just wrap it tightly to get a foundation going. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done any needle felting. I used these needles and just kind of poked it here and there to secure some main points, and eventually I got to this point where I had these Cookie Monster type legs with this blue fur here. One of the toes done. The toes were hard because it's such a small area to wrap. Now I took a big chunk and just sort of started wrapping it around the body, just so I could kind of build up the bulk of his chest and all that stuff, and then use the needle to connect it at some main points before I went in and started working away at the body. Now it's a long process. I went through and broke through a bunch of these needles, but eventually we got to the end here and connected it all together. Not the best shots, but I hope you guys enjoy the final details and completion of this project.
Was our build video for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun putting this together. It didn't come out as great as I wanted to, but you know, it still looks creepy and cool, and it's fun for the holiday spirit. I will probably be able to creep my friend out with it. I know I was going to make a second one, but it was just so much work into this one that I did not expect. So the second one, we're going to be saving the armature wire. We'll use it next year. We'll make some other type of creepy monster in a different process, maybe some latex skin or something cool like that. I've always wanted to try that out. So please like, comment, or subscribe on this video. Please check out my Instagram, DTM_design, and I'll see you guys in the next one.